Welcome to Wild Things and Wild Places. In this special episode, you're about to experience a raw, real-time adventure as we hit the road with an incredible crew. Hunting celebrity Cody Robbins of Live to Hunt, Cameraman Richy, and 495 Films videographer Nick Duncombe are packed into the truck with cowboy donuts, coffee, and plenty of stories as they head out to scout for elk, following the crew with youth hunter Anna and her family. This is more than just a hunt. Heartwarming laughs, and the excitement of the great outdoors as it unfolds. So buckle up, because what happens next is truly special.
What makes these cowboy donuts?
They had some Food Network show that they were featured on, and it blew them up. I was thinking, when Joey and I were talking about, you want to meet at 5:45? It might be herding cats to get everybody. I think we're doing really good.
Yeah, everyone's fired up.
We've gone pretty hard the last 3 days. I'm sure people are probably getting tired. Anna's family got up at 1:30 our time to go to the airport. They get here and Joey's, let's go to the mountain. We're going to see elk.
Let's go see elk.
I'm sure they're up there, okay, we're going to fall asleep. And Joey's just calling elk to us.
That Hennick boy, the older of the two brothers, he said he couldn't sleep a wink last night, and then he finally did fall asleep, and
His alarm went off.
his alarm went off. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, it sucks.
I woke up every half hour worried that I wouldn't wake up for the alarm, which I also hate.
That's not a good night's rest.
No. We're as excited as they are.
And Cody, you just got off a big hunt in Texas, right? Or were you in New Mexico?
I was in Texas. I want to talk about elk hunting and how freaking awesome it is, because I started elk hunting on August 17th in Utah. I hunted full term in Utah, however many days we were there. We did not see an elk at our water hole. It might have had something to do with it raining 3 inches
Oh, man.
the day we got there. So the water hole was not a hot commodity. We come home. We actually go hunting in British Columbia. From there, we go into the Kootenay Mountains in British Columbia. We hunt full term there, don't kill an elk, carrying my Hoyt bow the entire time. Go back to Saskatchewan, hunt with Kelsey with a special draw tag that she has. We don't get an elk there. I leave to go to Texas. And the day I leave, I'm flying. As I'm flying, Kelsey shoots a giant elk. She gets one. And then I get down to Texas, and I finally shoot an elk with my bow.
Oh,
but
nice.
What other animal are you still going to be absolutely, totally focused and in love with the whole idea after 3.5 hunts? It just, I don't know. I am so excited to go out today and watch these kids live big moments with elk. Hunting to me, I love it, and I'm grateful, but there's lots of days where it's a job. You know what it's like. Even if you get to do what you love, it's still hard work at times. When you can go out with kids like this,
it just wipes everything away. The slate is clean.
I feel like I'm the same age they are.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's so funny about it, because I was thinking, man, what is it like going to sleep the night before you're going on this incredible hunt? And then you got like Anna and Wyatt. They've never even seen elk until yesterday.
This is huge for them. Totally huge. And it's like,
except on TV.
Yeah, so fresh and so brand new. Those are the nights, like you guys were talking about getting up this morning and alarms going off and stuff.
Right.
Those are the nights that I remember that I couldn't sleep. Like when you're a man and you have a business, you can't sleep because of financial things or big things, but
just worries and concerns, responsibilities.
Yeah. But
this is like a kid on Christmas.
There's nothing better than not being able to sleep the night before you're going hunting and you don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Right.
There's nothing better. I'm excited.
Yeah, it was fun yesterday to talk to Wyatt's dad, Sam. We did a podcast recording with them yesterday, and it got a little emotional how they found out. By all accounts, normal, young, healthy boy, 9 days before he turned 16, finds out he has leukemia after 3 weeks of dealing with some back pain. And when Dad started talking about it, how it was just such a game changer, just turned their world upside down. And then when he was talking about coming out here where he's never even seen elk except on TV, not really knowing how big they are, how noisy they really are, how loud that scream and ear-piercing it is. Just to have all of your senses on just full alert. The enthusiasm of his excitement for his boy was just like, man, if you could bottle that up and store that is great energy right there.
It's awesome. And it's really cool to be a part of this. I laid in bed last night and thought about you guys, the MFF, and this program, the putting the U in hunt. Richy and I walking away from meeting
Was
everyone
this before or after the pillow fight?
the pillow fight's going to be its own segment because I want to talk about how I dominated. Seriously. But like, you look at UFC and people are like, you're in your own weight classes. I'm looking at Richy in his underwear and I'm thinking, this isn't fair. We're not in the same class, right? Like my pectorals are big, his belly's big. We're just not like looking into a mirror. I don't think it was a real fair fight. But either way, there was no one else in the tournament, so we had to fight each other, and I crushed him. But let's get back to this program.
Let's get to something real.
Richy, stop it. You guys are awesome. There needs to be more people like you guys in your organization, and people that are selfless and people that put effort into good things. Richy and I walked away from meeting all these awesome folks last night and seeing you guys again, and we walked through the parking lot and talked about how we have to go home to Saskatchewan and we have to do something like this for kids in our area or kids in Canada. This is the kind of stuff that makes hunting real. You saying that prayer this morning and all of these people gathered around, it truly is what hunting is supposed to be. Hunting isn't supposed to be a guy and a cameraman going to work each day. What I do know is,
how's all that icing holding up on Richy's face?
it camouflages in really well with his beard dandruff because he ate a sugar donut, so now it's all just the same thing.
You know, though, Cody, I think that there really are people that gravitate to this everywhere. There's just some places where it's just not known how to do it, how to be involved, how to organize it. And I think you're right. I think if we just continue to put this forward and let others have the opportunity to see it, we've never been one to, let's have a goal of starting X number of chapters this year. That's never been like an aim of ours. It's always been, let's find the right people that want to do this. And how do we do that? We just got to do what we do and they'll find us. And that's backwards thinking for someone who tries to put on the business hat of how do we move MFF forward? Because anybody else would say, you got to recruit. Well, how do you recruit passion volunteers? Passion volunteers like Rowdy and Blake, they find you. We've had those conversations many times. We've had those conversations with our board. I don't know that you can recruit passion, but I do think passion attracts passion. And the more we can do to showcase the passion, I think the more potentially that opportunity will align the right folks that want to carry this mission and be ambassadors for this effort forward.
For sure. I think your way of thinking or your marketing is perfect because the right people are going to show up. You're going to get their attention. They're going to see what's going on. They're going to be here and they're going to be a part of it. And I think it's perfect.
We're all members of Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Mule Deer Foundation, and we see the recruitment looking to start a chapter in these areas. And are there areas where we're mindful of the fact like this would be the ideal place to have a chapter? Yeah, but it's the people, it's the human element that it's not the location element. We got to have the right people that want to do this.
For sure you do.
And not everybody wants to. There's a limitation to what you can have with a volunteer. People have lives, they have families, they have their own responsibilities. But like the group of folks that are assisting this morning that aren't part of Team MFF as far as being on the staff, Nick, John Grossnickel, who's the sheriff, he has a significant role of responsibility as the county sheriff. But this is year number 5 for him to come out and do this. And what drives that is just pure passion. Hunting is incredible.
It is.
The youth element with these kids and what they're dealing with, man, it's beyond vocabulary to be able to express what you take away from it.
Absolutely.
And I think your film that we showed last night, it takes an army. It does. Has that already aired, what we showed last night?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought it had.
It aired probably a month ago, 4 weeks ago, Rich?
Yeah, and it'll air 3 more times yet too in the next year.
So we had, right after that aired, and I thought it had because we had 2 folks, last name was Bowers, husband and wife from Arizona, and it was completely random to see the incoming order for 2 life memberships come through. I seen the email and I thought, this is interesting. And it was late, and it was like, I wonder what the connection is. And then to find out and to do some follow-up, they had watched that episode, and they both decided that we want to be a life member of that organization just by watching that. That was pretty incredible. One of our board members, Jason Radakovich, texted that night and said, this was an incredible partnership to have Cody Robbins telling this story to reach people like that. Because how else would have those folks ever heard about this grassroots effort in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, without that? And so that was pretty powerful, man. You do have a platform.
I wouldn't say it's so much any power from me, a little bit of power from a whole bunch of people. That going back to the Takes an Army, there are so many people in hunting. Like I have buddies at home that are very secretive. When they go hunting, their idea of a well-rounded hunting life is keeping all of your trail cam pics to yourself, keeping all of your sheds in a closet, not telling anybody what deer lives where. They are alone in their hunting. And to me, I feel sad for those people, because when you're 80 years old, those sheds aren't going to be in the hospital sitting beside you. And that hunt and the way we could put that story together, this program, all the people that come out of the woodwork to just be a part of it, and to see the camaraderie and how much more successful we are because there is so many people helping, that's hunting. That truly is hunting. My friendship with you, my friendship that I had with my grandmother, your friendships that you make while hunting and the bonds that you make. That's what hunting is supposed to be. And I think when people see that show or a story like that, whether it's on YouTube or wherever it is, or it could be a post on social media, they're drawn to it. You just can't help but accidentally realize that's what hunting is really supposed to be. It's supposed to be bonding with your friends and helping each other. It's not supposed to be a secretive, I'm going to do better than the next guy thing. It's fun to be competitive. I'm a hypocrite. I'm the most competitive guy there is when it comes to hunting. I want to kick your ass. I want to shoot a bigger deer than you.
But at the end of the day, I also want to break bread with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned that stays out there.
Yeah.
And that guy's your friend. And that's the most important thing, and it can never come second. And this hunt and all of this and this program portrays that perfectly. And I think it's so awesome. That's why we drive
14 hours to get here.
That's why we drive 14 hours and cancel our own plans to get here, to be here for 2 days, because it's wicked. It's awesome stuff.
I think just the effort that we put forth as hunters to be better ambassadors for hunting starts one hunt at a time, just like this. I think that resonates with people. At the end of the day, if we were talking about it last night, just the stewardship responsibility we have for the heritage, being this is our time on the timeline of history right now.
Yep.
Like, I think we got to continue to seek out these opportunities to bring new folks to the fold that can showcase hunting in a positive light, because there's a lot working against it.
There is.
Speaking of someone who is doing a good job at that, Brian's YouTube video that he did,
Yeah.
man, I thought he nailed it.
Totally.
Yeah. So I hadn't booked a hunt out of Wyoming because Wyoming has such wonderful hunting opportunities as it is. But when we were visiting in Denver, Dave Kavanaugh from Virginia, that you've had the opportunity to visit with a few times, him and I have wanted to create a memory in the field together for some time. And last year just didn't work. My mother-in-law passed away. We just couldn't get it put together. So we were wanting to do a whitetail hunt. And so Brian put us in touch with this outfit in a place called Rock Springs, Texas. Didn't even know Rock Springs, Texas existed.
That's cool.
And so we booked a hunt for this November. And Dave and I are looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty.
What's the name of the outfit?
Yellowstone Outfitters, Colton Moore.
Oh, Perennial.
Outfitters.
Perennial, yeah.
Oh,
he's
no way.
a country singer.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
awesome.
we just hunted with him. That's who I shot my elk with.
Oh, really?
They're good dudes.
Look at us, hunting elk and eating donuts.
I think Saturday they were right here. Big old herd was right here in these cedars.
I'm sure Anna's family is just like, what in the world are we doing?
What is that air freshener face dangling there?
Someone might be bad luck.
Who's the bad luck, Josh?
We might as well blame Richy. We blame Richy for everything else, right?
Oh, for sure.
Man, it's always the camera guy's fault. You know all about that,
We
right?
gotta go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is this area grazed by cattle?
Yeah.
So they bladed this the other day, Josh, and they cut all that asphalt. There was like 8 to 10 inch boulders up here.
Really?
They run a roller across it and got it smoothed out pretty good, but I couldn't believe they cut all that asphalt up.
I wish they would put some mag water on this.
Yeah, so it didn't washboard.
Yeah.
Where does this road go? Like, is it just into the backcountry, or?
Yeah, so this will actually, we can go for miles on this road, but this is called Aspen Mountain, where we're heading right now. And this is a pretty good place for elk and deer. But yeah, this road, it'll continue going south all the way. There's a ton of public land out here, a ton.
Nice.
Nick, when you and Joey were out here the other day, were the elk off to this side?
No, they actually were, they'd come up on top. He was pretty sure it was the same herd of elk. They dropped off on the Kappas side. They're right up here on top that morning.
Did you guys see
Yeah.
some deer when you were out?
We did. We saw several deer. Had 2 little bucks. I got video of them just sparring around playing. Saw a couple decent 4 points.
It's just nice to see some deer finally, huh?
Are the numbers?
Oh, they're in the toilet.
Ugh.
I drew a whitetail tag over by where Rowdy lives this year, and I got a letter from Game and Fish that it's a mandatory CWD testing, and they sent some results over the last 3 years, not only for mule deer but also whitetail. And the mule deer buck prevalence of CWD in that area, 157, was at 82%.
Oof.
And the CWD prevalence for whitetail bucks was at 62%.
Wow.
It's just wreaked havoc. It's devastating.
We have a few pockets like that, like 75% too. Scary stuff.
Some elk to our left on the hillside.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There's a bull on the left.
Yeah, I counted 9. Looks like that bull is down low to the left. I don't know about the one to the far right.
Yeah, he's kind of singled out to the left.
See him, Richie?
2 bulls, it looks like.
Anna out
Sure,
on
some
your
footage.
passenger side. We can get her set up.
Yeah, I'm actually going to pull off the road here to my left. Kind of get her situated here. Man, they're just going to feed down to the valley here to the left, so.
All right, he just started coming down. I'm going to let you move up. I'm going to stay here until you get up, and then maybe he'll move down and get out of sight of us before I move forward.
Okay, there's 3 cows down in the bottom, down in the willows there.
Yeah, I can only see 2 from where we're at. But I'll let you move up and then hit your brake lights or something and give me a sign and we'll move forward.
There was another bull off to the left, but I don't see him anywhere.
You don't see him, Richie?
The other one, no. I wonder if he tucked into that crack.
I can see the cow and the calf down at the very bottom moving towards where that bull is up above them. And there's some that just popped up on the skyline.
I think those might be antelope.
We're on the skyline.
To the right of the elk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Another bull bugling down low.
I can't see details on him yet, but he looks nice.
He's just heading down. I've got him. He's at 649 yards from here.
I'm going to turn the light on here.
And I think those are deer up on the skyline.
Yeah.
Another one just popped up to the left.
Oh, he is running down there.
Joe, I don't know if you got your radio on. He just went down, but he's not at a full gallop by any means. So just take your time and we can get out on that point and call him back up. You can't see him anymore, can you, Richie?
Nope, maybe
No, he's out.
Feels like it's going down.
Cows are getting a little suspicious.
Yeah, they are. They're all alert, aren't they? This is actually a pretty good sized canyon right down here below us.
And just like that, the excitement builds as elk come into view and Anna gets ready for the moment of a lifetime. Stay tuned to hear from Anna and her family in the next episode. You won't want to miss it.